Good morning, everyone, and welcome to JSE7 Engineering for my review of the first three Formula One race of the season in Bahrain, Jeddah, and Melbourne. So I will go straight into the point. For me, this season is very interesting. It has been the biggest change of rules in terms of aerodynamic and tires since several decades, and all these change were meant and were made to promote more overtaking and ultimately more show, more fun. And I think it's fair to say that given the result of the first three races, this has worked. I mean, we have seen an increase of nearly 30% of the overtaking in the first three races, despite being very different layout between these three races. So I think it has been very, very successful. The ground effect solution of the new rules obviously have created a lot of issue with the team. We have seen a lot of cars having this problem with the porpoising and the car pumping up and down on the straight, and they have been really struggling. The team have been really struggling a lot, which has been a surprise to, first of all, to predict them and to create them. So we have seen several solutions that have come around. One of them, the team have added some metallic stair in front of the rear wheel between the gearbox and the floor. The aim of this stair is to keep the floor slightly higher and avoiding it to avoid the phenomenon of porpoising and avoid to have the floor too low. Then we have seen some team like Alpine, for example, who've made big cutout in the floor in front of the rear wheel, again to reduce the effect. All these changes are made to reduce the effect of the ground effect. And some team who had actually to raise the rear ride height, which is very detrimental for the performance, and then you lose a lot of lap time. So it's clearly not the solution you have to adopt. The best way would be to find also a combination with a rear damper setting using non-linear damper curve to allow to maintain the rear of the car as low as possible to gain the effect, the maximum effect of the floor. The other thing very interesting for me is the change of leadership, let's say, with Ferrari clearly on top of everyone, both in terms of reliability, operation. We can see that pit stops are really good and they never used to be really good at these activities. And also in terms of car design, the car first of all looks good and is also very quick. And I'm sure they've done a big effort on the engine as well. A lot of work has come on the engine. I remind you that there is a new fuel, bio-eco fuel that is being introduced this year, and some team like Mercedes, for example, and Honda are struggling clearly more to extract the maximum performance of this new fuel, while Ferrari and all the Ferrari customer team like Alfa and Haas have clearly made a step forward this year. On the opposite direction, we have seen all the Mercedes powered teams, so Mercedes main team, Williams, Aston Martin are struggling much more. In the first two races, they were clearly on the back foot. Mercedes is getting better. They came with a very radical concept with a no side pod configuration, but clearly they are on the back foot at the moment and they will need. I think it was a bit surprising in Melbourne they didn't bring more update, but given the problematic with the budget cap, I'm pretty sure they will want, and they decided to bring basically a big car, a completely new car, instead of bringing a small update. So all of that made a very interesting start of the season to watch, and more overtaking, more show. So I think it's very interesting, and I'm really looking forward to see the first race in Europe in a few weeks in Imola. So thanks for your time. Hope you appreciate, and see you next time.